What really happens when our flight or fight response is triggered? Initially, when it developed, it was because we needed to escape from danger or we needed to face danger. In order for us to be able to do that, the body had to be adjusted or stimulated in such a way that we would be able to either flee from the danger or to fight the threat. So what happens is when we face danger, then the sympathetic system, so remember that's your go, go, go system, your sympathetic nervous system is activated. It begins in the brain, and it begins in the area of the brain called the amygdala. So we're now in a state of trouble, we're in a state of distress, and the amygdala in the brain is stimulated to then activate the hypothalamus, which is another part of the brain. The hypothalamus, in its own way, activates the adrenal glands. So if you look at the little diagram, the adrenal glands lie on top or above the kidneys. So what happens then is we perceive danger, there's a threat, the amygdala is activated, that activates the hypothalamus activates the adrenal glands, and the adrenal glands release into the bloodstream the chemical component that we know as adrenaline. In the United States, it's also called epinephrine. And this chemical compound prepares us for danger, and it prepares us to either fight and stand our ground, or it prepares us to flee. And how does it do that? When the adrenaline gets into the bloodstream, it increases the heart rate. It does this so that we can have more blood and more oxygen going to the tissues, particularly the muscles, that are going to allow us to run, or they're going to allow us to stand our ground and fight. That results in an increase in blood pressure. We have an increase in respiration or in breathing because we want to get more oxygen to those tissues so that we can actively respond to the threat or to the danger. Our pupils also dilate. What happens when our pupils dilate is we allow more light into our eyes, and that means that we can see more clearly and we can perceive a lot more. So we get more blood to the brain also, and so our perceptions are that much greater. So anyone who's been in an adrenaline-filled state, a car accident, unbelievable how quickly you are able to respond in the blink of an eye. And it's because of this reaction. And this is the first phase of the fight or flight response, which is called the alarm phase. So it all makes sense. Now we are alert and we are ready to fight or to run. Remember that the connection here, the connection to fear, is that fear is a perception of danger, or a perception that something is going to give us trouble, or something is going to cause us harm. Subside.